Hey everybody, welcome back to the Manny and Shawn Experience. Welcome to episode 49, where we're going to talk to you about our likes, dislikes, and whatever else from our recent Carnival Celebration cruise. And then we'll close it out with What's Your Issue? Be back in 10, 12 seconds. I don't know. Run the intro.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And we're back. Isn't that intro nice? It was created by Shawn, if you weren't aware.
I did that.
Applause, applause, applause.
You live for the applause.
I live for the applause. My name is Manny.
And I'm Shawn.
And we welcome you again to the Manny and Shawn Experience podcast edition. Because maybe you came along with our new vlog series that we've put out on the Carnival Celebration. Our primary work here is the podcast, but we're looking to travel the 7 seas and across the globe. So we're going to bring you lots of vlogs.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know it yet.
Sorry, I was lost.
I'm just paying.
Yeah, we do vlogs from time to time. We want to do more travel vlogs. We like to go to events and amusement parks. So whenever they're having a special event, you might get a vlog from that as well. We're just trying to grow YouTube alongside our podcast.
Yep. Or if you just want to hear podcasts on audio, we are on Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, basically. So on and so forth. There's things out there where I've seen our podcasts. I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. Anyways, how are you, sir? It's our first day back in the studio after a nice little break.
Our first day back after a break. This week has been both good and a struggle. Because I've been sick since we got back. But I am on the mend. I'm feeling pretty good today. I didn't take my medicine yesterday, so I woke up today feeling congested and all of that. But doing better today.
It's not COVID, if you're wondering. Or is it? I don't know. We have expired tests.
Anyway,
Damn you, United States government, and your expired tests.
Feeling good. Glad to be back. How are you doing?
This has been the worst week of my life recently. But, you know, we're here. We're recording. Work was atrocious. Kenji was a little under the weather as well. Our dog. And we had a few early mornings. So I'm a little sleep deprived. I came back from vacation and I feel a little more tired.
Yeah, I don't think we did sleep in. We'll get to that. But yeah,
we'll get to
not as much rest, I guess, as we usually get on a cruise.
Since we're so excited to tell you about our cruise experience, we're going to jump into the mixtape.
You're in the mix.
And welcome back. We are now in the mixtape segment of the podcast.
He forgot how to podcast.
Whatever. We're gonna, as we told you in the beginning of this, we're going to talk about our trip and our adventures, what we like, what we didn't like, the unexpected. So, Where do you want to start? I guess we should start at the beginning, which is getting there.
2023, Miami, Florida.
Mm-hmm. So we got a hotel using your points, and we stayed at the Spring Hill Suites in Doral. Very nice hotel. Walked super in, nice. It smelled amazing. Don't know what they were using, but it smelled great. It
smelled really good.
And you know, it was very nice, spacious. Got the job done. We got food from a Cuban place, which was very good. We just DoorDashed it. We thought about going out, but we were kind of just like,
tired. Very tired.
Yeah.
It wasn't a party trip. It was like, we're here to make boarding the cruise easier.
Yeah. So we didn't have to drive to Miami the day of, which I don't like doing. I I don't know how many of you out there cruise, but some people fly in the day of, and that is just, to me,
I would have a heart attack.
you're attempting fate, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do that.
I couldn't
Driving
do
in
that.
is okay, but then anything can happen then as well.
Though we have driven day of for Virgin voyages, but it's because they start boarding at like 2:00.
Right. It's a later.
So I feel like I got some
embarkation.
time with them. Whereas Virgin or Carnival starts at like 11 or 10 and they stop boarding it by 3. Whereas I think Virgin stops boarding by like 5. So it's like the error time is not a lot. So,
Yeah.
and we were thinking like, oh, we got to charge the car. So we'll just go the night before.
Yeah. Which was fine. Like, I'd rather do that than have to get up early the day of, drive to Miami, get there. Like, you're going to be dead tired.
Yeah.
So at least we were rested. We got through security. We got onto the ship. And
Why are you laughing?
Because I thought about something during security, but I can't say that on the podcast.
Y'all, let me tell you something. They got dog sniffers.
Dog sniffers?
They have drug dogs, narcotic dogs at the cruise port. I think from what I've heard, Carnival is the only one doing this because apparently weed is the problem on board Carnival cruises. Which I don't think is true because if you ask anybody who smokes or takes edibles, weed just relaxes you. I think alcohol is the real issue, but hey, what do I know? Anyways, take that with what you want. The dogs are real. I don't know if these are retired dogs from former Customs and Border Protection. The dog that we encountered was just really not in the mood to be there at all. And he was just so slow going through the bags. I think he was just doing it for the treats.
He was there, so he didn't get fined. Anyways,
but use that in case you're wondering. And, just message me if you have questions about weed on board Carnival Cruise Lines.
Okay. So we were traveling with family and friends. We met up with Christian and Gia, who Christian is Manny's best friend.
He's my brother.
Middle
from
school?
another mother. Yeah, from middle school.
Okay.
6th grade.
Sure.
It's not sure. It was 6th grade.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Don't alter my facts.
I wasn't. I don't know how sure.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, so him, Lily, Gia, and then Annette.
Lily's her daughter.
I said that.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Exactly. Annette, Carlos, if you've seen the first vlog, you would know their faces from some other videos that we've done. Annette is Manny's sister, and Carlos is her husband. And then your mom and dad, your aunt, her husband, and then 2 of your cousins from New Jersey.
Yes. There was 13 of us?
Is that sure? With Lily, yes.
Yeah, there was 13 of us traveling. Biggest party we've ever traveled with.
Yeah.
But so the 13 of us were on board along with another 5,000 plus people.
Yes.
Embarkation was pretty smooth.
Embarkation was smooth.
I know we kind of already glossed through it, but it was really smooth. I was surprised because Miami's usually like a crapshoot.
I don't know if it was us getting there. I don't want to say early because I don't think we were that early, but
It was like 11ish.
yeah, but it was pretty smooth from getting, well, the parking garage was one thing. But getting through everything, getting onto the ship, it was pretty smooth.
You got to go watch the vlog to really appreciate this, but the Carnival Celebration has a brand new terminal. They did not build a parking garage for it. So you either have to go all the way down to where Virgin Voyages is, which is probably 2 embarkation points down, or you have to go to the one furthest back from Celebration.
I don't know who would park there.
Which is another 3 embarkation points. And when we think about embarkation points, think about like different terminals in there. Think about going through the Atlanta airport and you have to go from like Terminal A to whatever that last letter might be. That's what it felt like.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you haven't been to the Atlanta airport, well, sorry. That was the only description I can think of.
It
It was a lot. We were sweating, that's sure. But anyways, embarkation was quick.
Embarkation was fine. We did some ship exploring. We did our muster station, that whole drill. If you've been on a cruise, you know what that drill is. We're not going to dive into any of that. But yeah, we met up with your family. We had some lunch. Then we decided to explore some of the newer areas on this ship because we were on Mardi Gras last year and there are sister ships. But there are slight changes, like the bars are different. The names of the spaces are different because they fit a different theme. So we went to the Gateway and went to the Latitudes bar and the Golden Jubilee bar. Those two are there. Mm-hmm. Did you have something to say?
No, I was just agreeing with you. Sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Shawn's just moving this conversation along.
Well, I mean, it's an 8-day cruise. Like, we have a lot to talk about.
Do we?
Okay.
I'm just playing.
So we fell in love with the Latitudes bar. We tried, the first drink I tried was a blue margarita. You tried the Tokyo Sangria. Mm-hmm. And that became our favorite drink of the cruise.
Yeah, we got all 13 people, minus Lily, onto the Tokyo Sangria. Everybody was drinking a Tokyo Sangria. And if you watched our previous podcast or listened, we told you a little bit about what Latitudes was. So the Tokyo Sangria was obviously from Japan. The margarita was from Mexico. So all the drinks were infused by different cultural liquors and recipes and whatnot. But that was definitely like our meetup spot, the whole cruise, which is a flip from previous cruises because we're always about another bar that Carnival has a staple, and it's called the Alchemy Bar. This time we just didn't go. It was I lost the name here. The Latitudes bar was such a vibe that I just didn't feel like going to Alchemy. And what I think, and I think you and I talked about this, I think when Carnival created this XL class ship, I feel like Alchemy bar was like an afterthought into the mix because it's kind of in the middle of a walkway. It doesn't create like a nice bar lounge setting.
Yeah, I think it's the location of it because it is right in front of the Limelight Lounge, which turns into the club at night. It's not what it used to be, and they have these spaces to the left of it where you can kind of like there's couches and chairs and tables where you can sit, and then there's the bar, and then behind the bar there are like sit down chairs. And it's a walkway in between. And it's odd. It's odd.
It's very odd. It's not like Alchemy bars and other ships where they're very loungy, vibey. So that's why we didn't go. We'll get to the service part in a minute. So Latitudes was our go-to. The first night we went to dinner in the dining room, which was our first a revisit to Carnival after last year's Mardi Gras, and we had high hopes.
Yes, because the service in the dining room wasn't the greatest.
They launched a new menu on our voyage for the first time, and I was excited to try some of the meals. We learned that Carnival still struggles with serving people in the dining room post-COVID.
Yeah, it was still slow. And that's the biggest issue because a lot of the times you're trying to time your dinner with whatever show is happening that evening. And a lot of people either have early dinner, late sitting, or anytime. And we have anytime because we want to be able to go whenever we want to go to dinner.
Right.
But you still have to kind of line that up with the show times. The show times, typically, they will have one for those that go to early dinner and one that for those that go to the late dinner. But the service in the dining room is so slow that you usually wind up missing either one, unless you go super early.
Yeah. So that was our struggle with the dining room overall. The service was not up to what we've experienced before COVID. I don't know if it was the size of our group. I don't know if it's the time we went, but we tried different times and it just always was a hit or a miss. The food was all, the portions have gone from like decent to like baby food.
Yeah, I feel like
It's a bit
they
much.
taken some things away from certain entrees. I mean, it is a new menu, so like maybe that's
Yeah, the new,
what they were going for.
it was good to see the new menu items, and I know food waste is a big thing on cruise ships and
It
counteracting that, but like my salad, which was an entree, was small. And I was just like, okay, but I at least expect a little more greens, you know? But anyways, I had some really good duck spring rolls that first night. But overall, the new menu sounds delicious. There were some things that were good. The service just, I don't know what's going on. I feel like Carnival doesn't have enough employees on board.
I don't know.
That's an assumption. But we do know they've reduced like servers. They used to have 3 servers. Now they're like down to 2 per table. Before there was 3. So there's been some changes there.
Yeah, so that first night was what it was. We wound up getting pizza at the end of the night.
Yeah, at the end of the night, we went and got pizza at the
Miami Slice. Miami Slice.
Miami Slice. That's what they call it on board, which is the zone that's themed after Biscayne Bay in Miami. The pizza was good. I enjoyed it.
Pizza was good.
It hit the spot, as Shawn said in the vlog.
Yes, go watch the vlog. So the next 2 days were sea days because it's an 8-day, and we were going to the ABC Islands. That's Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
Oh, wait. I forgot. The Jubilee Bar. I know we briefly mentioned it.
Okay.
The Jubilee Bar was, we went on the first night. I don't think we ever went back, did we?
To the bar? No.
Oh.
To the piano area? Yes.
Yeah, okay. So the Jubilee Bar is themed after the Carnival brand. What I liked about it was there was parts of the older ships from Carnival that no longer exist, that they actually saved a whole window from a previous, I think it was the Festival. I don't know I forgot which ship it is. Anyways, if you want to see it, it's on our vlog, but it was pretty cool. It was a very dark space, but it had all the traditional Carnival cocktails that people are used to from way back yonder. It was a cute vibe. Apparently, they make a very good
Old-fashioned.
smoked old-fashioned. Depends who's making it, though. We did like that as well. Anyways, back to your regularly scheduled programming with Shawn.
Yes. So the next 2 days were sea days. We were going to the very southern Caribbean. Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao are all kind of next to each other. Hence why they're called the ABC Islands. So it took some time to get down there. The first sea day was pretty chill. I don't think we did anything too much.
We checked out
We checked out the
thermal
spa.
suites.
So we were in a spa cove for the first time.
Cove balcony.
What he said, which gave us certain amenities with the spa, which was on that deck. It was right in front of our room, actually. So we went to go check that out and got our little free gifts from there. The scrub. Our wristbands so we can use the thermal suites whenever we wanted to. Mm-hmm.
And then we got a flyer that told us what other amenities we get.
Yes.
And I have a really cool room tour coming out. I think you should check it out on YouTube. Anyways, you get like some fitness classes. You got priority something into the spa. Anyways, let's get to these thermal suites.
Go ahead. Go on.
Okay. I was really excited, and I think you and I both rated our spa cabin as the number one thing we were looking forward to on the cruise. And yes, the room is nice. I mean, it's pretty much a traditional cove balcony cabin on Carnival. They just changed the what I can't talk today, apparently. They changed the bedding, the curtains. They're all a different color. You get different body wash, shampoo, different hand soap. So those things were kind of cool. It did feel a little bigger.
It did because we had more storage.
We had more storage
than your parents did in their room, and they had a balcony room, but ours had more storage.
Right. So that was cool. The thermal suites themselves. Maybe I'm just not a spa person. I don't know. But I walked into the aromatherapy suite and I was like, I want to feel aroma. And what I smelt was mildew. I honestly felt like I smelled mildew. Did you feel that?
So the aromatherapy one, I didn't get. I know you're expecting to be in there with a strong scent like eucalyptus or mint or lavender or something
relaxing
like that. So there wasn't like a scent that I can think of that I smelled in that one. We did move from there to the sauna, or not the sauna. It was the steam room. No, that one smelled.
That was extra mildew.
Yeah.
And then there was water like falling from the ceiling because of, the condensation.
Yes.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. It's also very small. So 15 people in there. There's no beds. The pool is the size of this office that you can't see, but
he's talking about the spa itself, not inside the steam room.
No, the steam room. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I would say this. If you are into spa activities and maybe my nose was just telling me incorrect smells, then a spa cabin would be a very good opportunity for you because you get the thermal suites included. Now, if you're not into like the steam rooms, the aromatherapy rooms, the salt rooms, a special therapeutic pool, I wouldn't recommend getting a spa cabin. I didn't feel like I got anything out of it.
I mean, we didn't know. You don't know until you try.
It was definitely our quest to try something different for the first time. But yeah, it was a little underwhelming.
I mean, I enjoyed being in the aromatherapy one because we had went to go work out before we went in there. So it was definitely good to like relax the muscles, but like it wasn't something that I was looking forward to going back into like the rest of the trip.
But my parents, we let my mom and dad go in with our stuff and come get us Carnival. But they said they enjoyed it. So I don't know.
It's fine. Different shows for different folks.
Yeah. But I was definitely expecting more. But it was a good experience regardless. I do like the position of us on the ship, though. I felt like we were central to everything.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the highlight of the first 2 sea days. We did a lot of drinking.
No, it wasn't. The highlight of the second sea day is the fact that I went to go play bingo. Randomly.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, we went to sea day brunch that day.
Yes. We were walking around the ship and they were getting ready to play bingo. And I was like, we should play bingo. And he was like, okay. Something along those lines. So I got in line and the cheapest bingo card you could get was $25, which gave you 3 games.
1 card, 3 games.
1 card, 3 games. And you had to buy the dauber thing. It was $2. It was like, fine, whatever. So altogether, I spent $27. We sat down in the auditorium. We got through the first game. This lady won $500. Second game comes around. Like the first game, I barely got numbers. The second game, I got like good numbers on all my cards. And then it was down to like, I just need 1 number. And they called that 1 number. And I stabbed that piece of paper and I jumped up and yelled bingo.
He leaked that whole damn liquid all over the sheet of paper.
I didn't care. I knew the number I needed, and I saw it pop on the screen. I stabbed that piece of paper, and I was like, bingo!
Stop screaming in people's ears.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was excited. But But yeah, I won bingo and I won $750. So that was the highlight for me for the 2C days.
I totally forgot. I kept saying, I feel like we should be more excited about this throughout the cruise. Like, we freaking won bingo. Like, this was our 20-something cruise. I mean, we played bingo before and have never won. And we had a friend that went on her cruise the first time and won like $700 some on the first day of the cruise. And I was just like, what? So it was nice to win finally.
Yes, that was very
So
nice.
we did get off the boat with no bill. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Overseas days, moving on to Aruba.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh,
We
I
have been
wanna
to
take you something.
Aruba a couple of times.
Yeah, I think this was our
Before.
third or fourth time in Aruba.
Yeah. So since we were with fam, everybody kind of wanted to go to the beach. So that's what we did. We took a taxi to the beach.
And if you've never been to Aruba, all beaches are public.
Our beaches are public, so no one has like rights to a beach.
Yeah, so don't ever fear. You go to Aruba, you sit your ass down wherever you want to sit
Yeah, right.
because it's public.
We got there. We asked for a chair and an umbrella. We were told that it would be $50. And we were like, because there was a lot of us. We were like, okay, how are we going? We need to figure this out. So we wound up getting 4 chairs, 2 umbrellas, and we just split it between all of us.
Yeah, not that the full 13 did not go to the beach.
Yeah, the full 13.
There were
didn't
6
go.
of us, plus Lily.
Yeah.
So we were able to manage with 2 umbrellas. It was a chair per couple.
Yeah, pretty much. The water was very nice. It was a little chilly once you got in, but it was very nice. The atmosphere was very cool. Manny, you got in the you did get in the water.
Mm-mm.
Not like in the water.
You know, I touched my feet. And then I went a little too far and then I fell. Nobody told me there was a drop off. And that's why I don't go in the water.
But yeah, the rest of us spent some time in the water.
All these mofos got burnt like crisps.
And all of us got
in
sunburned.
Aruba, everybody. They had to go buy that special Arubian what is it called? Aloe from the made in Aruba.
But yeah, after that we left, went back to the ship. I'm not sure what we did that night, I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you remember?
No, you're gonna have to watch a vlog.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch a vlog
Because I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I think we went to dinner. We went to Shebang's, I believe, that night.
Okay,
A
sure.
Mexican restaurant, which was also big.
The first time.
The first.
Yeah, on the Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah, the last year we went on Mardi Gras. It was better than Mardi Gras.
Right.
The food was hot this time. Last time the food was cold, but it was so slow.
We got our appetizers fairly on time, and then there was just a wait for our main course. Like the lady came by and was like, "Are you guys waiting for dessert?" And we was like,
still
"No,
waiting
we
for our
haven't
entree."
had our entrees yet."
The funny part is she went, "Oh," and she kept walking.
Right.
Thanks for trying to find out where our dinner was.
She did. She's like, "Not my problem. I'm off.
I'm off, girl. I have clocked out."
See you never." But the food was good. Like the service was slow, but I can't take away from the fact that the food was amazing.
Yeah, the food was amazing.
It was delicious.
And we said that on Mardi Gras. I said my food was good. It was just cold. This time I got to experience it hot. And I was like, yeah, it is still good. So they do have great food in Shebang's. I just don't know. And this time it wasn't a big group. It was literally 6 of us.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I don't know what the service issues are. I don't know. But
They have them.
the next day we arrived into
Bonaire.
Bonaire, which was, we saw the circus show Aruba night. Oh, the Magnificent Circus, which was on my list of things I want to watch. Amazing show. If you get on Carnival Celebration, it's exclusive to Carnival Celebration. Magnificent Circus. Go watch it. Look through the agenda for the whole week, because on our cruise, it was shown 5 times. We thought it was only going to be shown twice. We made a line. And then we realized that we didn't have to wait an hour before the show because it was shown 5 times.
I wish they had done that other show more times, the one that Annette and Carlos went to go see with the elephants and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because they only did that one time.
Yeah.
And I would have rather have them made that multiple times than the circus.
Right.
But I don't work for Carnival.
We'll get to that. So where were we? Bonaire. We got to Bonaire. This was our first time there.
Mhm.
We have never been there before. So we had been to Aruba and Curacao multiple times. We had always skipped the island, not on purpose, it just was never on the itinerary.
Yeah.
I will say Bonaire is probably one of the least developed out of the 3, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It's not as commercialized as Aruba and Curacao. Like Aruba and Curacao are it feels home, like America. Like there's a Starbucks in the port and a Quiznos in Aruba. So it's like there's a lot of familiarity in those 2 islands. Bonaire still seems like a gem that hasn't been overpopulated with mainstream American restaurants, for lack of better wording.
Right.
But the island itself, once you get to the ocean, beautiful. It's like a pool.
Yeah, so we've never been there before. Christian had been there before and talked about going to this beach resort where you could sit in the shade, and we were all for that since we were all sunburned.
I love a shade.
So he found out what it was. We got a taxi to take us all together to Sebastian's Beach. And we got there. It was starting to get busy, but we did manage to find. Yeah, we did. We did manage to find a spot in the shade.
Yeah, a nice little lounger area.
It was cool. It was a nice vibe. The one thing I did not like about it was the drinks.
Yeah.
Listen, the Dutch. We love you.
But I don't know if the Dutch on Bonaire know how to make drinks at Sebastian.
The first drink I got was a vodka lemonade. And I was like, cool, vodka and lemonade, what could go wrong? And then I get it and I was like, okay, I taste a hint of lemon. I taste a hint of vodka, but it's not like, it wasn't like the combination that I thought it was going to be.
It was very watery.
Yes, it was.
I'm the dumbass that orders an espresso martini out in the middle of the beach. I didn't have no coffee that morning, okay? So I had to get something. It was not good, but I drank it. That would be my only downfall of this place, was there was no good drinks.
You could get a beer. I didn't want a beer. I think your
there was buckets of beers.
They ordered buckets of beer,
popular.
and I wanted a cocktail. And whatever.
Yeah, they did not make good drinks. I ordered a margarita afterwards. My sister ordered something else.
I got a sangria, and that was like,
oh my god, the sangria was so embarrassing. It was a glass. If you're on YouTube, you can see my hand.
I forgot about that.
It wasn't even halfway full. There wasn't even a piece of fruit in it. So I feel like they just bought one of them bottles that say sangria on it. And they're like, well, this is good enough. We'll just pour this in a cup and charge $10
When she
for it.
bought me the cup, I was like, why didn't you fill this all the way up? Why is the liquid down here?
I don't know. Beautiful, beautiful beach. I mean, it's a sandbar where we went. So you walk out and it's literally like you're in a pool with fucking fish. I know it's their home. So y'all know, if you've been around a while, you know I am not a fan of fishies around my legs in the ocean. But anyways.
Yeah, Bonaire was beautiful. The water was beautiful. We got some great footage there. We basically just spent the day there and then hopped a taxi back to the ship. What we did that night, I couldn't tell you either.
We didn't do much beyond the port, the beach. But from when we got back, there looks to be like a lot of shops around there. There was even like a beach area right next to the port. So if
there was.
going to Bonaire and you don't want to go too far, that's another thing. Driving in Bonaire, I don't recommend. It is literally a two-way road on a one-way paved road.
You got to watch out for goats.
There's no street signs. There's goats. There's all kinds of animals in the road. I don't know how they got there. I saw no sign. So if you
there
go
was
to
a
Bonaire,
sign. There was a sign when we got to like where you're supposed to turn to go get to the beach resort.
yeah, but she took like 15 turns before we got to that.
Well,
sign.
I mean,
So if you're going to Bonaire, make sure you good GPS if you're going to drive or rent a car. If not, take a cab. They weren't really that expensive. It was like $5 a person.
$5 a
Yeah.
person.
So it wasn't even that bad.
Yeah.
But we definitely do recommend Bonaire. It's very laid back. That's what I really liked about it.
It was chill.
The next night or the next day, I don't know what we did that night either. Jesus.
I can't.
There was a lot of drinking on this cruise.
There was a lot.
The Tokyo Sangria was our friend. Then we went to Curacao. That's our last and final port. We've been there before as well. What did we do? We just walked around Curacao. Curacao is very walkable.
It's extremely walkable.
If you're into shopping, Curacao is a good place to go. They have all your name brand stores, all the souvenir stores. It's all there. You can just walk a little bit. They have your port shops where they're a little bit more expensive. Go out a little bit more beyond the port shops, and they have the local stores. It's very safe. I've never felt unsafe in any of these islands that I've been to.
No.
So you can definitely venture out, walk outside the port, do some shopping. A little bit further down in the downtown area, they have these signs that say Curacao and Dushi. I forgot what Dushi means.
I forgot.
Look it up. But anyways, they're really great picture spots. And if you watch the vlogs, you'll see it. So we recommend going outside of the port. But then after we did our walk around, we ended up coming back to the port area. We met up with my bro, Christian, and we did some day drinking.
It means sweet.
It means sweet. So douchey to all of you.
Yes.
And we drank at this, it was an Italian restaurant?
No. It was a Peruvian and...
Wait, the first restaurant we went to. Where you got your calamari.
Oh, that place.
Yeah, the first restaurant, there was a lot of drinking.
I forgot about that.
There was a lot of drinking. We went to an Italian restaurant in Curacao, and my bro was there, and we just had drinks. Shawn had some calamari.
Because I was craving calamari. That's what we did the night before. We went to Cucina, and they didn't have calamari.
Cucina de Capitano.
And then I was like, I really want some calamari. And they had it as an appetizer at the place in Curacao, so that's why I got it.
From after drinks there, we moved up to another restaurant. I forgot the name.
I remember the name of it.
Oh, it's called Ceviche. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
It's just called Ceviche. It's a restaurant that focuses on ceviche. And if you don't know, what ceviche is, it's typically a lot of different seafoods and blah, 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 mixed in different sauces and ways. I'm not a fan of ceviche, so I'm the worst person that can explain this to you. Google it. But if you go to Curacao, we're not sponsored. Go to Ceviche. It is on the 4th floor of the port area. The views that you get from that restaurant, it's literally right at the mouth of the bay that goes into Curacao. So you have that view, you have the ocean, you have the city. It's just a vibe up there.
It was very nice. Great music playing, great service. Great food, good drinks. The drinks were good. Like, I can't say enough good things. Like, the place was really nice.
Yeah, it was really nice and highly recommended. If you ever go to Curacao, it's literally on the 4th floor in the port area. Ask, they'll direct you towards it. Trust me. I had tostones con carne, and it was delicious.
I had more
calamari.
Look, I saw it on the menu and I was like, the first place, it was okay. So I was like, let me try it here. And it was way better there. It was just
It felt more normal. The first restaurant felt a little like, we may have cut a few corners with this calamari.
Yeah. But great time in Curacao as always.
We didn't go to the Starbucks, though. We always make it a point to go to the Starbucks.
Yeah, but we didn't go. But we basically stayed in that restaurant, so it was time that we need to go because
we had to go back. We're like, we should probably get back to the ship
because in Aruba and Bonaire, we were there late. Like we didn't have to be back to the ship till
10 o'clock.
Yeah, late. But since Curacao was the last stop, we left. We had to be back on the ship by 4:30.
Mm-hmm. And we left the restaurant like 3:45.
Yeah, so we were like, man, we better get back. We were just enjoying ourselves. Like
I didn't want to leave. The view was so amazing. Yeah. I just want to have another drink and sit outside after that. But,
right.
But yeah, Curacao. This itinerary is probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's a good itinerary because you can get your beach things done. If you don't want to do the beach, there are other excursions. We've done like the Curacao liquor tour in Curacao before. Like there's city tours. There's so much you can do besides going to the beach.
When you hear blue Curacao in your drink, now you know where it comes from.
If you didn't know already.
If you didn't know. From there, we made the trek back to Florida. Nothing happened that night that I can recall. That was Thursday. My bro Christian declared that Friday, which was our next sea day, our third sea day.
Oh yes,
Turn up Friday. And boy, did I not really think that was going to happen. As turn up as it did.
So our first day on the show, we told y'all we went to Latitudes. We met this wonderful server. Her name is Emma. And she became our friend throughout the cruise and basically our personal server at Latitudes because we didn't want drinks from anybody else but her.
I made a mistake ordering for someone else once, and that was the last time you
too.
You made the fool out of me because the drink now tastes the same.
But it was a great care of us. She is super friendly, super personable, super energetic. She'll have you laughing, and she will make you great drinks.
Great drinks.
That night that we did Turn Up Friday, she got us all shots.
Wait, that Friday? Did we do anything during the day? We went to brunch. I just want to make sure we don't miss anything. We went to brunch. And we did a lot of sightseeing. Oh, you did the ropes course.
Yeah, I did the ropes course with your sister.
Yeah, we were going to we were doing Bolt the next day. I don't know. These days are all mixed up.
The sea days are mixed up. And
anyways,
you'll see them in the vlogs.
Yeah, the vlogs did a much better job than we're doing right
now.
Turn Up Friday was really a turn up, and it started at Latitudes with Emma.
Yes.
We were drinking Tokyo Sangria.
I mean, we had already been drinking that day anyway.
Yeah, we started early on Friday. Then we sure did. We did have a nice hearty pasta dinner.
We did.
But let me tell you, I think it was 4 shots of
Patron tequila.
And if you know me, I am very lightweight. So I already had maybe 3 Tokyo Sangrias in me. And then now you throw in me some Patron shots.
And let me tell you, these shots were not regular shots. It was not like...
Yes, it wasn't shot.
If they were shot, they were all doubles.
It was a double. I felt like some were a triple.
And then she would bring us extra too. So like if there was any left over, you just pour it in the glass and do more shots.
Right. So we got nice and toasty. Then we went to the club.
We did. Where Christian and Gia decided to buy more shots. And we did a shot in the club.
I saw some videos of me. I'm like, that was me.
Your sister doing the split.
My sister did a split when Bad Bunny came on. We were out on the dance floor. Yeah, it was a good freaking time.
We had a good time. It was a good time. It was like we're older now, so like the club ain't hitting like it used to hit. Because like before we would go on a cruise, we would be in a club every night.
Every night.
And not to shut it down, but like we would at least be in there for a couple of hours. This trip, that Friday was the first time we went to the club.
Yeah. And we were there for maybe an hour and 15 minutes.
I feel like we got what we needed and we left.
Yeah. We got real toasty. We danced it off and we went to bed.
Like they played the songs that you like. I got to do the wobble. I got to do,
They played Bad Bunny. That's all that matters.
yeah. So
they played some reggae, which you like.
They did. Like I feel like they played Beyonce Before I Let Go. Like we got all the songs that we needed to hear.
And then we said, good
and
night
we was
to all
like,
of
all
you.
right, good night. We out.
Yep.
Because everybody was toasty at that
Everybody's
point.
toasty and everybody's
Christian
tired.
and Gia had to go pick up Lily from the babysitter. So I feel like it was a great
perfect.
night.
It
It
was
was
a
perfect timing.
And then I was talking to Shawn. I'm like, see, we can't do this on land because you got to drive there. So you can't go toasty.
Yeah.
So then you got to find an Uber, which is going to cost. Then you get there. Then you got to drink a little bit more. But then you got to think like, fuck, I got to go back home. Here we just like, all right, press the elevator, take us back to our room. And the next day we slept until like 11.
Yeah, we slept for a good minute because tired.
Tired. But we also didn't go to bed till like 2.
Yeah, because we went to the midnight buffet. So they brought back midnight buffets. They started at 11:30. So we all went and got some food.
Yeah,
to,
because we
you know,
needed food apparently.
help. Because it sucks up the alcohol. We were hungry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We were trying to suck up all the fucking, what am I trying to shots? We had shots. Jeez Louise, it's been a week.
But yeah, that was Turner Friday. That was a lot of fun.
So much fun. So much fun.
And then last day it was pretty chill.
Yeah, we were on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
We did packing.
We did pay. We were supposed to do Bolt, but our reservation got canceled. Bolt is the roller coaster at sea, for those of you who don't know.
But that night, we did end up with more shots. And I was like, Hawaii.
It is the last night. We were like, oh, but Emma keeps the party going. So,
Yeah. So if you're going on Carnival Celebration, I think she's there till February.
I think so.
Definitely check out Emma. Tell her Manny and Shawn sent you.
Yes.
She will take care of you, and you take care of her with
Please
your
do.
dollars, okay?
Yes.
Because she is super sweet. I feel like she has great aspirations. She wants to open she's from St. Lucia. She wants to open up her own Airbnb. So we is behind Emma in this quest.
Yes.
But the overall cruise was great. We had a nice experience. It was great spending time with family. It was more of a calm cruise. We didn't do excursions really. We did more beach.
Yeah.
We ended up playing Phase 10 a lot. So card game, if you don't know what Phase 10 is, it's a card game. We ended up just at night getting a drink, finding a quiet spot and playing Phase 10. That really was a majority of our evenings on the cruise. We did one night go see Amor Cubano, which is a show on board.
Mm-hmm.
It was good too. It's the best performers I've seen for Amor Cubano.
Same. We also watched The Greatest Showman and Pippin sing along, or it wasn't a sing along, but
they were singing to us.
They were singing songs from those movies and Broadway shows. There's an amazing singer on board. I think her name is Lala or
Layla.
Layla.
Is it? I don't know. She's short.
She's tiny,
but that voice
powerful.
Will freaking throw you against the wall.
She's amazing. We took a picture with her.
Yeah, she in the circus show, they sing a song from Christina Aguilera's album. And when she started singing that song, I said, "Dear baby Jesus, we are amongst somebody who can really sing."
Yeah. She's amazing.
Amazing. He was great too, her partner, but
yeah,
she was amazing. You cannot miss that show on Carnival.
Or any show that she does.
And if she gets off, I don't know what's going to come after that. So
Yeah.
I apologize. But the overall cruise was great. There was quite a few hits and quite a few misses.
So,
Carnival's still struggling on service after COVID. The prices continue to go up. Portions are small. The best meal we had on board was at their Italian restaurant called Cocina del Capitano. Every night, good service, good food. I was just blown away that out of all the restaurants,
It was Kachina.
it was Cocina. And my sister has a dairy allergy, so I was a little concerned about her going to Cocina. But that was the place they acknowledged her allergy even better than any of the other restaurants.
True.
So I don't know what's happening on board Carnival. It was definitely it definitely made me rethink traveling with them again.
It just made me appreciate Virgin voyages even more.
Yeah.
Just because, like, me and you were talking, like, on Virgin, there's always some place to, like, just chill and relax, and there's no loud music playing or whatever. Like, sometimes we would go to Latitudes and they would have the guitar guy playing, and the bar would get really rowdy and people would be obnoxiously singing, and, like, there wasn't anywhere to, like, really escape that.
Yeah. And I guess maybe we're just older now. I don't know. But I just like to, when I want to party, I put myself in the party zone. When I want to relax, I want to put myself in a relax zone. And I just didn't feel like I can find that, at least in the indoor spaces that Carnival has.
Right.
Um,
Also no kids, but
yeah. And if you're new here, we're not Virgin, like, we don't have like multiple, okay, we have 2 Virgin cruises, but our history is with Carnival. So we have seen the declines over the course of the years.
I mean, yes, we've been with Carnival was the first line that we tried, and we have been with them ever since. That's why we are, not that it matters, but we're platinum cruisers, and you have to travel with them a certain amount of days in order to get to that status. And we were proud of that status and happy to be there. But it just seems like things have definitely declined, and you can tell that it seems more like they are nickeling and diming you on things, and also making it harder for you to get the perks that come along with your status. Like before, you would always get a loyalty gift when you get on board in your stateroom. Now you have to go to the photo thing in order to get it. You used to be able to get your free bottle of water in your room. Then they changed it. You have to go to the dining room to get it. It's just, they make it a little bit harder for you to get the things that they give you. I was going to say owed to you, but like, these are the things that you are giving to me.
They did fix the water thing. We can use it in the room. They did allow us to take that bottle.
Okay.
But not to discredit what you're saying. I just, I don't want to get fact checked here. But
who's gonna check me, Bo?
I don't know. Maybe somebody just stumbles upon this video or podcast. But yeah, it's just definitely not what it used to be, unfortunately, with Carnival. And so when you look at the price point with Virgin versus Carnival, you're like, yes, Virgin is more, but I get more with Virgin. I get 5-star quality restaurants. I get party/vibe/relax spaces.
Right. And I'm just comparing Carnival to Virgin because Virgin is probably the second cruise line that we've cruised the most at this point. We've only been on one Royal Caribbean cruise. I still
think they're the same. It's just a bougier clientele over.
I would love to try Norwegian. We have discussed maybe doing a celebrity. So like before, we wouldn't have even really ventured out from Carnival because we know what we like, and Carnival was what we liked. After trying Virgin, it's just Carnival isn't at the top of my list.
I think it's like a combo, trying Virgin and then seeing the decline in Carnival.
Yeah.
Has kind of made our, like, you know what? We don't have to be loyal, because if our loyalty doesn't matter to you, because that's how it kind of feels now with Carnival, then I might as well just go explore other cruise lines.
Right.
Anything else you want to talk about, sir? Oh, I will say this. The Carnival Celebration is probably the most beautiful ship they've put together to date.
Yeah, the ship is amazing. The ship is beautiful. And that's not to take away from the Mardi Gras, but I feel like they learned things from Mardi Gras and going into Celebration kind of refined them. Like the spaces are a lot better laid out, minus the alchemy bar because it's the same on Mardi Gras.
But they did create like some different cubicle type seating, not cubicle, more like booth seatings around Alchemy Bar to try to offset that weirdness that Mardi Gras didn't have.
Right.
So they definitely learned some things. It is a beautiful ship. I just need them to get their act together.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I
All
think
right.
I'm good.
Awesome. Let's jump into what's your issue?
And welcome back to What's Your Issue? Do you want to go first?
Sure. My issue is going to be Carnival Cruise.
Oh, okay. Go off.
I just the drinks used to be, and we said it in the blog, they used to be like $9, $10, $11. Drinks now range between $12 and $15.
Inflation.
In addition to that, they put a mandatory gratuity on it, or they call it a service fee, whatever. So I'm just like, stop nickel and diming people, because the cruise isn't cheap. If you're doing an 8-day on Carnival, it is not cheap. And I know a lot of people talk about, oh, Carnival's so cheap. Yes, 3 and 4 days can be like $23 a day. I'm exaggerating.
That's real cheap.
But, you're still paying this chunk of money, yet I'm coming on board and now everything has gone up. My drinks are more expensive. Like you were saying about the loyalty gifts, you have to go everywhere to get it. You want your strawberries, you got to call dining room. You want to get your pin, you got to go to the picture place. You want to get the bar credit, you need to go to the brunch. The loyalty party, it's just a glass of wine now. It used to be unlimited drinks and appetizers. Now it's a glass of wine and they credit you a $12 drink on the last night of your cruise. They're nickel and diming so much to the point where we were going to take a selfie with one of the famous Carnival towel animal characters. And the lady shut that shit down. She's like, no selfies. And I'm like, so I have to take the picture with the camera?
Yeah.
So that's the only way. And then the pictures are inflated as well. I forgot how much a digital download was.
The one that of me on the ropes course was like $17 for the digital download.
A digital download. You literally
it was one picture.
It's emailed to you. Or actually, I don't know how they do it. But you get the picture downloaded. $17. Yes, cruise vacations have always had an additional cost beyond the base rate.
Of course.
Now the base rate is higher, but now you are also paying more on board. So now the balance of efficiencies and cost savings just isn't there with Carnival anymore, I don't think. And this is my personal experience. You might have a different one. It has just gotten a little out of hand with the nickel and diming. And we go back to Virgin and we look at Virgin where you don't have to pay additional tips. All the restaurants are included. The picture thing for us is not a big deal because we don't really do the pictures. But I know my family does. And they had to choose which one they wanted now because they didn't want to break the bank just for a digital download. So my issue is and this is not just Carnival, this is probably every organization out there. It's stop nickel and diming. Stop passing on your expenses to the consumer. You need to find ways to lower the cost of your goods so your customers can still pay a reasonable amount for their products because guess what? Our incomes aren't going up that much.
The rent's too damn high.
Thank you. So that's my issue. What's yours?
I'm gonna just hit this real quick. So while we were gone, either maybe before we left or while we were on the ship, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I looked at my phone and it showed me Lauren Boebert was escorted out of Beetlejuice.
No. That wasn't the first headline we saw.
What was it?
The first headline was Lauren Boebert goes to musical in New York or goes to Beetlejuice musical. And you showed it to me and I was like, that's stupid. She just went to see a musical. They're trying to make news out of it.
Sure. I was like, why is this news? I don't care.
We didn't click on it. I'm like, don't click on it.
None of this makes sense to me.
Then TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
we saw a video.
Yes. So
And then I was like,
apparently
this is why she's in the news.
went to see Beetlejuice in Colorado, and she was with her new man. I don't know who that man is. But they were causing a ruckus during the show. Now, before I get to what actually happened, she got escorted. I saw a video. She was putting her finger in the security guard's face and saying, "Do you know who I am?" or whatever the fuck. And so she had put out a statement, saying that whatever the fuck.
She didn't do it.
That turned out not to be true, because then they was like, okay, so we're going to show you better than we can tell you.
That video.
They released the video of her and her new man. He was groping on her breasts.
Groping.
I mean, he was like...
You could see it.
He was giving her a full-on massage. And
I thought the boob was out. If it wasn't because, the camera was dark,
right,
you could probably see her whole boob.
And she was playing in his crotch. And they were also vaping during the show. And I was just like, wait a minute.
Y'all should have just stayed home, felt each other up on the couch, and smoked your vape at home.
I was like, this should have been the headline. Then I would have paid attention.
Right.
But you didn't lead with this. So this woman had to retract what she had said because she said it wasn't true. And then when they dropped the video, then, it was true.
Yeah.
Then you had to come up with a different lie.
First of all, I didn't know they can record you that intently in a musical.
Y'all
don't
play with places where you are in the dark and you think can't nobody see you, because somebody can see you.
That camera was zoomed the hell in.
It was like HD and night vision. And I was just like, this. She apologized. I'm air quoting, saying that this wasn't in line with her morals or whatever the fuck. Girl, miss me. These are the same people that get on a stage or a podium and talk so much mad trash about everybody else. And meanwhile, you out here doing shit just as worse. Y'all always talking about sexualizing kids and kids shouldn't go to drag shows. Ma'am, you are at Beetlejuice and you sitting here and get your nipples played with out in the open.
Yeah.
And you also over here maybe giving this man a handy. Like,
yeah. Like hypocrites.
You don't have any room to talk about anybody and what they do when you out here doing mess like this, and then try to lie about it and cover it up and saying that it won't you.
Girl, look, I'm not going to go into it because we're already over, but girl, keep your hands to yourself. And before you go out there and continue trashing LGBTQ community or other communities that are disenfranchised, think about your little Beetlejuice experience, because I'm sure that's not your first time doing that. I'm sure you just haven't been caught. And this time you did.
And
Granted,
also,
listen, I don't give a shit that she was doing that.
I don't.
No judgment on that.
That she was doing that, no. But the way she was doing it at, yes. Because you in a public place.
I get it, but no judgment on my part. Whatever.
I'm not judging.
Probably shouldn't do it, but I'm just saying, like, don't come talk shit about the LGBTQ and drag queens when you over here getting your nipples stroked in a fucking musical.
Last thing on that though, apparently her new man owns a bar where they do drag shows.
Julia Myers Thrasher for the lead. We did some research on that.
Yes. So not only are you out here getting fondled in public, but your new man also allows drag shows at his bar. Like, I'm kind of confused on where you're standing at, miss, because the math ain't mathing. It's not making any sense.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a talking head to stay employed as a representative, but you are okay with the money the community brings to you.
I'm just saying, like, if you gonna talk the talk, then you should walk the walk.
Agreed. Girl, I hope it was good for you.
That's it.
Because now you're looking crazy.
Out here looking
crazy.
Now everybody on the internet done seen you getting your boobs grabbed.
Yeah, why ain't everybody else said like Janet's boob?
And you in right. Don't start.
Anyways, it's time to wrap this up.
Don't start.
We have gone long today. We apologize for going long.
We see you,
today.
Justin Timberlake. Anyway.
Still have some feelings about that incident.
I ain't got no feelings. I did that girl on TikTok was right. She was like, Justin, no, he ain't that it girl no more. Because he had to go reunite with NSYNC.
and what's her name? Timberland and
Nelly Furtado.
They had to reignite potentially his career through a collab.
And that last album really
Into the Woods.
Woo. He should have left it. He should have left it in the woods. That's what he should have did. We didn't know why they wanted that. No, sir.
So that'll do it for us on this episode of the Manny and Shawn Experience. I know we've said it 1,000 times. We have the blog series coming out from our Carnival celebration. First one's already live. This comes out on the 27th. I don't know if the second one will be live by then. So, surprise. Anyway.
What you can do, though, is follow our socials because then you will know exactly when it comes out. Yep. You can follow us on X. Wait, well, never mind. You can follow us on Threads and Instagram at MAS XP.
MAS XP23.
That's what I said.
Spell it out.
Bro. I was going to, but you didn't let me finish.
My bad.
Anyway, so you can follow us on MAS XP23. On everything.
Use your tools.
Including YouTube. If you're already here, please subscribe so that you will know when the next vlog comes out. Or the next podcast.
The next podcast, yeah. And, hit us up. Tell us what you'd like to hear from us, what you'd like to see. We'd love to engage our community and do shows that you want to hear and see. Well, I think it's time for me to go because I am hungry.
Yes.
Like Shawn said, do like, subscribe, everything. Thank you to everyone who continues to listen to our podcast. We're approaching episode 50. Wowzers. 50. And if you're just going to watch us on YouTube for the vlogs, we hope you'll maybe check out our podcast every once in a while. Sometimes they're really informative, like our healing and mental health one.
Yes. If you are new here, maybe go back and check out some of the older podcasts. They are all up on YouTube or whatever audio platform that you listen to.
Yes. All right. Any last words today?
No.
Our last words are going to be...
Fuck Lauren Boebert. I'm kidding. Fuck Justin Timberlake. No, I'm kidding.
My goodness. Mariah Carey's defrosting, y'all.
I don't know her.
And my last word is to do something good for yourself.
And then do something good for someone else.
Absolutely. Always take care of yourself. You are your priority.
You are.
That'll do it for us. We hope to bring a more normalized podcast for episode 50.
Was this not normal?
I don't know. I feel like we were fucking all over the place. If you're still with us, you get a fucking gold star, okay? All right, y'all. Have a great week. We're happy to be back here recording this podcast. We will catch you on the next one. Jesus. Stay ready. Bye, y'all. Take care. I need you to stay ready. I've said it so many times.
I was ready.
You was never ready.
Next time? Is that what you said?
I gotta go.